Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What burst your bubble, honey?
Catastrophizing. Sometimes things are worst case scenario. Sometimes things are, the worst possible, thing they could be. But it's important not to catastrophize and get emotional.
If it's your personality, it's hard sometimes, but yes, you're right. It's good not to catastrophize.
Let's picture an example of something that's worst case scenario. Go into the psychiatric hospital, NUMC, hell on earth, poor person psychiatric hospital. Sometimes it really is worst case scenario. However, don't get emotional. Handle everything one step at a time. Sometimes it's like really overwhelming, really hell on earth, but sometimes you have to, don't catastrophize.
All right, let me give you another example of catastrophizing.
Yeah.
You get stung by a bee, and you're outside and you get stung by a bee. Like, instead of saying, oh, I'll put a little witch hazel on it and a Band-Aid, and that's it. Instead of going, I'm going to go into anaphylactic shock because I'm allergic to bees. That's catastrophizing too.
And I also think, sometimes, people might have secretly been playing some kind of prank on me and gaslighting me in some way. Maybe their intentions weren't bad, but everything went haywire. And in that kind of situation, when people do disclose, the reality of what happened, don't catastrophize, don't get emotional, handle things calmly and rationally. There was a professional wrestler, Owen Hart. Basically what happened with him, he was supposed to do a stunt. He was supposed to descend from the rafters, and everything that could go wrong went wrong before, during, and after the stunt. He passed away.
Oh.
Ultimately, the widows, the family members. I mean, I'm sure it was a really emotional kind of thing, but you know what? Unfortunately, you have to calmly and rationally handle things.
That's really important, because sometimes when we perceive the future or we have like anticipatory anxiety over the future or what's going to happen in the future, 9 times out of 10, it's not what the bad things we're perceiving. 9 times out of 10.
Right.
And what it does is it takes away your joy.
I suspect people were secretly on social media. They had a forum set up. I believe they were secretly playing a prank on me, mocking me in secret. And then
Who's to say?
I don't want to name names or
okay,
but I believe I was like the mom and the womans, the videos I was making. I believe I was the butt of the joke. But then I got very sick. Then January 1st, 2020 happened, and I believe ultimately what wound up happening is a lot of these people. I'm no longer a joke. It's almost horrifying, and I'm almost like a laughingstock. And I'm no longer the laughingstock. Now it's just like now to them I'm almost like Owen Hart. Everybody feels sick to their stomach. Everybody feels horrible for having mocked me, and I think it's kind of like a real sort of twist of fate,
Look, I think social media is toxic to anybody. I just personally do.
Right. And a lot of these people wouldn't say it to your face, or if they knew you, if they knew you in real life, they would either like you, or they would say something to you, and you would assert yourself to their face, and it would take all the steam out of their bullying. Everybody's tough guys on the internet.
But that's what I mean. People that put themselves out on the internet get to be victims, because everybody on social media is a bully.
And that is what it is.